Do you guys have any information about tunnels with children in them? There's a lot of people on the internet spreading rumors that I want to dispel.
Nothing. I'm not checking anything. Sorry.
Okay. You guys are working in the hospital here? He says yes, you say no.
Not in the hospital.
Not in the hospital. You guys are just guarding the hospital? What are you doing? Can't say. All right, I appreciate that. But the citizens of the United States are very concerned about contradictory information. Is there a commanding officer I could speak to? Somebody inside. Yeah, they don't really let me inside is the problem. Nobody wants to talk. And when it's contradictory evidence, like I don't usually see New York State troopers here within the city. He's not wearing a mask. You guys are with the Navy? Are you working on the ship over here? Are you working in the hospital here?
Yeah.
So have there been a lot of patients over there? Do you guys? You don't know? Why not though? Sorry? So you guys don't know if there are or aren't patients in there? Because the people of New York are very concerned that money and resources are being spent on this when there's hospitals that claim to be overloaded. Why aren't they bringing the patients from the overloaded hospitals here?
No question, that's way above us.
So you don't know what's going on in there? Can't answer it? Okay, thank you. Is there a commanding officer or anybody I could speak to with some questions? Nobody.
No press or anything?
I am an independent journalist.
We can have our sergeant come speak to you.
Thanks.
On radio or not on radio.
So we'll see what the sergeant says. Are you the sergeant? Okay, so I was seeing on the news that they were saying that the ship was originally intended to service medical patients who don't have coronavirus, but I also saw a documentary that said that these ships are not suitable for open heart surgery because of the motion of the boat. Is that correct?
I couldn't tell you, sir.
Don't know. So is there anybody I could...
Security.
Is there anybody I could speak to who has information about what the ship is doing here?
You can contact Public Affairs and probably discuss something with
Public Affairs, how do I contact them?
them. Public Affairs online.
Just put in Public Affairs online and that'll tell me who to contact? That doesn't sound like the right answer. Public Affairs for what? Figure it out. That's the answer?
Right now we're not.
You're not disclosing anything. So tax money and everything pays for the Army, pays for the Marines, pays for this boat. But when people want to know why it seems like resources are being misused, I should Google Public Affairs. Are you getting somebody else or walking away? Oh, I guess I wasn't standing 6 feet away from the guys, so maybe they're getting ready to arrest me. All right, so we can see what's going on here. Basically, they don't want to give answers. They don't want to do anything sensible. They just want to hassle people. And I mean, that was a wise ass answer. Why are they wasting my time? He didn't say, wait here and I'll call somebody to help you. So I got to presume, you know, he was going to ramp up the intimidation. I hate guys like that. Bullies, indirect, can't answer. He's got the guns and the Marines and the fence, so he can, you know, push me around and be a jerk. I hope he watches this. Jerk. Excuse me, are you a doctor in the hospital? You're a nurse, and is it totally overrun inside Mount Sinai?
We're not allowed to talk about it.
But you're out here having lunch. If we're overrun, it doesn't seem like you'd have time to do that.
And we still have to have lunch.
Right, but you look well rested, and your eyeliner looks
I've
nice.
had a couple days off.
Couple days off, so the hospital would not probably do that. Probably would not do that if it were overrun.
There's a Port Authority.
What are they going to do?
No, the trouble that we had.
Oh, I see. Right. Anyway, hey, is the hospital overrun? Is that facility totally full over there?
No, not really.
And is the Mount Sinai overrun? Do you work for Mount Sinai, or are you?
I do, but I don't have any description.
But it's not full. Seems like it's not full, Charles. Are you a nurse in Maimonides? So is it overrun in there? Is it hellish? Apocalyptic? Are you a doctor? Not a doctor? What do you do in the hospital? Don't speak English. So that's useful for working in the hospital. Can I talk to you for a second?
I'm going back downstairs.
Is it crazy in there? Is it hellish, apocalyptic, pandemic? Careful.
I guess not as bad as the other day.
What was going on the other day?
Well, listen, I don't work in the ED, the emergency room at Wally Action. If you want some real action, you gotta go by the ED.
So it was a pandemic the other day, but today it's a little better.
Well, you know, it's been crazy.
All right. But it's always crazy. It's a hospital. People getting sick and dying, right?
Right, so that's why you hear accidents in the pandemic, right? Just a little extra.
Little extra. Little extra crazy for the pandemic. So you're a doctor. Are you an ER doctor? Do you know this guy, Cameron Kyle Seidel?
I don't really have time. Who are you?
I'm Jason Goodman, Crowdsource the Truth. Cameron Kyle Seidel, he put out a video where he was saying that this is some kind of disease that he's never seen before. He doesn't know what it's all about. Seemed like important information.
I don't really have any comment for you. If you want to comment from the hospital, you can go inside and check with the press office.
Where do I get to the press office?
You can go check with security in the front office.
I mean, isn't it dangerous for me to go into a hospital that's overrun with coronavirus?
I don't know why you're walking around without a mask on anyway. You're not really properly socially distancing and not being particularly careful.
But this is more than 6 feet, and you're a doctor. You just advised me to go into a hospital to ask a question. Wouldn't it be smarter to call? Okay, seems like bad advice from a doctor. Thanks. Can I talk to you for a quick second? Are you an ER doc? Do you know Cameron Kyle Seidel? Is it an intense pandemic inside the hospital right now? Is there any information you can share with people who are worried? At all? No. All right. Thanks. So that's typically the way most medical professionals want to act. They don't want to speak because they're not authorized to speak on behalf of the hospital. So it becomes nobody wants to talk. Do you work at the hospital? Can I ask you just a quick question? Has there been a huge pandemic over there at the hospital? Has it been really crazy?
Yeah, it has.
Well, you're walking much faster now than you were a second ago. Can I just ask you a couple questions? You don't want to talk to me? You changed your pace really immediately. You could just say you don't want to talk. See, everybody's acting strangely. I don't think I asked her anything weird. Hey, gentlemen, how's the taxi demand been?
Slow.
Much slower than usual?
You can't put it on. You can't put it on. Oh, you can't do it.
Can't film you guys?
No.
Why not?
You can't. Our company don't allow that.
Okay. They won't allow that. Are you sick? Do you have coronavirus? Anybody in there? You guys see any coronavirus patients in there?
No.
This is for my YouTube channel called Crowdsource the Truth. Have you been overrun with coronavirus patients?
Not as of yet.
Are you surprised by that?
No, we're doing well.
I mean, are you a hospital administrator? Okay. I spoke to a guy 2 days ago who told me that he felt that black people are not susceptible to coronavirus. Do you think there's any truth to that?
I don't know.
But could it be possible from a medical standpoint, things like sickle cell anemia really generally only affect black people, right?
I have no idea.
Anybody sick with coronavirus that you're aware of?
Don't ask any questions.
Why not? This is the public. I'm standing on the sidewalk. How many coronavirus victims you got inside there? Why am I not allowed to stand here and talk to people? Am I not allowed to speak to people on the street?
Yes, you can't. You can't be on hospital property, sir.
Okay. The sidewalk is hospital property, not city property?
Can't be on the side.
Okay. Have you seen any coronavirus victims in this hospital?
Not out of comment.
Okay. All right. So, thrown out of a hospital. Were there a lot of coronavirus victims in there? No. Any? That guy doesn't seem to want to talk. Nobody wants to talk. There's more police right here, right now, than there are in the whole rest of New York City. Can anybody address that, or should I leave? Can anybody speak to me about it? Why are there so few police around? Have the police been told to stand down? Sorry? No, I'm saying why are there so few police around, but so many police here? Is there someone who can talk to me among you guys? Okay. I'm just asking why. It seems that the police have been stood down. I was in Penn State. Sorry? That's fine. You're being videotaped, I'm being videotaped. When I was in Penn Station 2 days ago, I was there for 37 seconds before I was physically attacked by someone who appeared to be homeless. And luckily he didn't really do anything, but I found it remarkable that there were so few police in Penn Station, and then now we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cops right here. I was attacked. I was physically attacked. I have it on video. No. Because the last time I was attacked and called 911, they refused to do anything. And when someone came to my house who has been stalking me for 2 years, they also refused to do anything. So my question is, have the police been officially stood down in New York City? I'm asking you a question. How can it be a false and inaccurate statement? I asked you, hang on, I didn't make a statement. I asked a question, Sergeant Manley. I said, have the police been stood down? I didn't hear you say no. I heard you tell me that was a false statement. Okay. Why are there less than 8 police in Penn Station where there are people and 8 police officers with heavy artillery standing right here where there's nobody? Counter-terrorism. All right. Thank you for that. You too, Sergeant Manley. I don't know. How do people feel about that encounter? Cops love to be super aggressive. Do I look threatening? It's also great how the cops, they try to boss you around, and one of them tells you to do one thing and you start to do it, and the other one tells you, no, don't do that, go over here, do this, do that. You're standing in the street. What, are they going to give me a jaywalking ticket? There's no cars.
Anything that you need to know about joint task force? Joint task force is really covering anything
How come they don't have you wearing a mask? They don't have you wearing gloves? You just have loads of clips for guns in there, and you're walking around getting ready to shoot somebody, it looks like.